Famus India vs State of UP and others. Allahabad High Court, March 10, 2025. Critical documentation rules for job work transportation. Famus India, petitioner, against the state of UP and tax authorities, respondents, in a case decided by the Allahabad High Court on March 10, 2025. Dispute: 16.7 tons of iron steel intercepted during transport from Ghaziabad to Meerut, with a discrepancy in unloading destination versus documentation. The outcome: the court upheld the 114,804 tax and penalty against Famus India for non-compliance with GST Rules 45 and 55. Key transportation facts: Famus India received a 16.7-ton iron steel order from MSRG Steels for transport to Meerut. The mobile squad intercepted it due to discrepancies in documented destinations. Authorities issued a show-cause notice, Form MOV 07, for 114,804 rupees in tax and penalty, releasing the goods upon payment. Petitioner's arguments: Famus India claimed all GST compliance documents were included with their shipment. They explained the destination change as the goods being sent to a job worker instead of their location. They also cited M.S. Shyam Sale and Power Limited vs State of UP to contest the tax authorities' actions. Respondents' counter-arguments: the tax authorities detained goods under Section 129 of the GST Act for violating Rules 45 and 55. The petitioner failed to provide a required challan for job work transportation, and the submitted documentation was incomplete and lacked essential details per GST regulations. Rule 45, the job work documentation mandate. The court emphasized GST Rule 45 for job work. Key points: 1. The principal must issue a proper challan when sending goods to a job worker. The challan must specify goods, quantity, destination and state the purpose as job work. Both the principal and the job worker should maintain records of all issued challans. Rule 55, transportation without invoice. To transport goods without a tax invoice, a delivery challan is required. It must include essential details: date and number, names, addresses of the consignor and consignee, HSN code, goods description, quantity, value, tax rate, and tax amount. The challan should be made in triplicate: original for consignee, duplicate for transporter, and triplicate for consignor. Where Famus India went wrong: Famus India's challan was non-compliant with GST regulations due to missing details. The company failed to document the job work adequately, as essential information was lacking. Additionally, there was a discrepancy between the actual destination and the one stated in transportation documents. Court's final analysis: the Allahabad High Court reviewed the GST law and found non-compliance with Rules 45 and 55. It determined the tax authority acted appropriately, referencing a precedent case. The court justified the detention of goods and penalties due to documentation deficiencies. The final judgment: the court dismissed Famus India's writ petition, confirming the penalties imposed by GST authorities totaling ₹14,804 for non-compliance with GST rules regarding transportation. This ruling sets a precedent for stringent documentation requirements in job work transportation under GST law. Legal implications for businesses: GST authorities enforce strict documentation compliance, with no leniency for incomplete paperwork. Job work businesses must follow specific documentation closely. Non-compliance could result in hefty penalties and business disruptions, potentially detaining goods until resolved. Best practices for GST compliance: 1. Proper documentation. Ensure transport documents are complete and accurate per Rules 45 and 55, especially for job work shipments. 2. Pre-departure verification. Confirm all GST documentation is complete with a checklist before goods departure. 3. Staff training. Regularly train staff on GST requirements and legal updates. Critical GST documents checklist. A-way bill. Generate a valid A-way bill for all transportations, ensuring details match physical and shipment documents. Tax invoice, delivery challan. Issue a tax invoice or delivery challan in triplicate, detailing requirements under Rule 55 of CGST rules. Job work challan. For goods sent to job workers, issue a work challan as per Rule 45, indicating goods are for job work, not sale. Transportation documents. Ensure all carrier documents match invoice, challan information, especially destination and movement purpose. Key takeaways from Famus India case. Documentation is critical. Complete documentation is essential for GST compliance in goods transportation. Job work has special rules. Goods sent for job work require specific documentation, unlike regular sales or transfers. Destination changes matter. Any change in destination must be documented before transport, not explained after interception. Courts support GST authorities. Courts generally uphold GST authorities' actions when documentation rules are violated. Protect your business from GST transportation penalties. The Famus India case shows how minor documentation errors can result in severe financial penalties and business disruptions. GST compliance demands careful attention, especially for job work transportation. Avoid letting incomplete documentation impact your business. Review your GST transportation procedures now and ensure compliance with Rules 45 and 55. Tag a business owner or tax expert who needs this crucial GST info and share this post to help others avoid penalties.